now. Okay, so as you were probably hearing me say, I've got the Dreariels to start with at this stage 1A, and I drew a Test of Will, and I played the Erebor Record Keeper, and now I'm off for questing. So now I probably want to send no more than 6 or 7, just because I want to give myself as much time as possible in stage 1B. So let's say I send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's take a gamble here. Deal 1 damage to each ally. 2 damage instead if there's a troll enemy in the staging area. I'm fine with that, so the Erebor Record Keeper dies. And I do 3 questing, so 2 with Dáin and +1 for Dáin against 3 from the Dreariels, which is perfect. I'll travel to the Dreariels, refresh, and go on to turn 2. To start with at this stage 1A. Okay, everything seems to be okay now. Let me just. Okay, things seems to be running. All right, thank you, Mongolo5. Okay, so turn 2. So I'm essentially trying to accumulate money in my spirit and leadership spheres for those 2 characters right here at this point. And I don't have too much pressure from the deck yet, so I don't think I'll be playing anything this turn, and I'll just send 6, keeping the 1 ring for its responsibility in case something nasty is coming down, but I don't think there's any real impressive enemies at this stage of the quest yet, so let's run in for 6. Perfect. So comfortable light, 5 threat, so I make 1 progress. After placing 1 or more progress tokens on Dreary Heals, each player must discard a card at random. Let's do that. It's Gloin, that's... Nah, I wasn't quite close to having... I could have gotten Kili and Fili, so... Yeah, that's not good, but oh well. Could have been worse. So that's stuck in the staging area, and I haven't crossed the Dreary Hills yet. Let's refresh and turn 3. Erebor Hammersmith. There's no attachment yet in my discard. Not quite interesting yet. Let's play 3 spirit resources for Kili and go fetch Fili. And now my leadership resources aren't looking as good, so I'll use Bifur's ability to move a resource from Dáin to Bifur. And I'll play the Erebor Hammersmith for 2. Questing wise, I'll send 3, 6. So by sending 6, I'm barely clearing the Dreary Hills. If I want to account for any card. How much do I want to send? Maybe 3. Let's send 10. Questing, if there's a troll enemy in the staging area, sack 1. There's not. If there are no troll enemies in the staging area, discard game's dooms 2. I'm fine with that. I discard this, so 5 there, 1 here, which discards a card at random. So I have 4 left. So Spurries, you're saying I need Eleanor. I would agree. I'm hoping those 3 copies of a Testable I put in this deck might make the difference. We'll have to see. Comfortable light. Let's travel there, which means sack 1. Shelly sack. Attached to the lie with a high-end printed cost without a sack attached. So that would be Kili, let's say. Attached character cannot really attack defend, so I'll use the right click and lock function to keep him exhausted. So Mongol Fire, you're saying we should do a fan game. I assume you mean a game with some of the listeners. I'd be fine with that. We're just gonna have to find some way through Facebook or something for people to drop a vote. And yeah, sure. We should totally organize that if not all the codes are free. So after comfortable light becomes the active location discarded, so that's done. And let's refresh. So I'll put on some music. If it's too distracting over my voice, you guys let me know. That's the music from Battle for Middle-earth, a game which I really like. So thematic. I'll spend 2 resources from Dáin for Steward of Gondor on Oin, which I'll trigger for some resources. I'll pay 2 for a Zigil Miner and 2 for a second Erebor Hammersmith. And now I don't want to quest too hard. In fact, I really don't want to progress at all if I could. And I don't want to risk, if it's a treachery, to cross over, so I'll send no more than 2 for sure. So let's send Fili. And reveal. Discard game's Doom 2. That's not great. And I make 2 progress because Fili has a boosted willpower because of Dáin. Resources aren't too problematic right now, so I don't think I'll use the Zigil Miner, and I'll use Bifur's ability to get a resource from one. Next turn, I'll trigger the Steward of Gondor. I'll spend 3 for the Battlemaster and jump in the quest with 3 willpower. First card revealed, Wicked Hilltops, 3 threat 5 progress. After placing 1 more progress on Wicked Hilltops, each player must discard an ally controls without an attached sack card. Alright, so I sent 3, and I come to think of it, that location I explored earlier, I think there was a trigger for when it got explored. Bilbo Baggins gains a resource. Well, I forgot, so it's too late now. And it's not like I'm hurting for resources anyway. Travel phase. I will travel to the Wicked Hilltops and move on to the next turn. My threat is at 35 already, that's kind of problematic, but fortunately I just drew Gandalf. I trigger Steward of Gondor, and I'll move on to the quest phase. Sending 3. I think there's gonna be 2 trolls that's gonna engage me. That's not good. So if I remember correctly, one is 23, 33, 38. Yeah, I'll keep a sneak attack Gandalf in case I move on to the next stage, and I'll send 3, 6, 8. And I need to keep some chump blockers as well, so I'll send 10. And quest. A murder of crows. Reveal a random card from the encounter discard pile and add it to the staging area. So there are 5 cards, so starting from the top, I'll trigger a number from 1 to 5. That number is 3, so the 3rd card is going to be revealed, which is a Dreary Hills. That's a shame. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I could use a sneak attack Gandalf during the quest phase to destroy the murder of crows and not have to take a threat, and then I would cross to the next stage. But I don't really want to do that. But then again, if I don't, I sacrifice an ally, and next time I put progress on the location, I sacrifice another ally. Either way, it's not really good. Or I couldn't cancel the when revealed, which in hindsight is probably the better way to go about it. So I've revealed no hidden information. I knew the Dreary Hills was the 3rd card, although I guess I wouldn't have known the random number. Yeah, I wouldn't have known the random number, so it wasn't perfectly open information. So I chose to reveal it. So that's too late. Man, oh man. I'll sneak attack Gandalf, I guess. Trigger the crows, kill them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when I place a progress, each player may discard an ally without a card attached. It's going to be Gandalf, which I just put in with sneak attack, because I really need my dwarfs to pump up this battle master. And I'll travel to the Dreary Hills afterwards, probably. Add the set aside troll enemies in the troll cave to the staging area. Okay. And then I reshuffle this into the encounter deck. Yeah, that's Swarm Art. And now I've got to do some progress to ditch cards until I get that Troll Purse and Troll Key. I'll travel to the Dreary Hills, same location as I started with. And I'll have to deal with those guys, which is really not good because that's a lot of sack cards coming my way. So optional engagement, I'll have none. So this one's gonna come down to me first. Sack 1 because of its forced effect. Touch the character with the highest printed defense. That's gonna be Dáin for sure. Fortunately for Dáin, his ability is a passive ability, not a triggered ability, so he's gonna stay ready for a long time. And then this guy comes down to me as well, whether I want it or not, causing me to get a sacked card as well. Attach the character with the highest printed willpower. Oin right now is more useful than Bifur, and Bifur I don't really need his triggered ability anymore, so it's gonna go in Bifur. I'll lock him exhausted. That's gonna be interesting. Shadow cards. Troll enemies can only be attacked by one character at a time. This guy is the annoying one. I don't have any forest snares or anything like that, so that bird is not the priority right now. Tom is. And I don't really want to use the magic ring to use its response because it would raise my threat by 3. I'll just check real quick, make sure the 4, 5. Okay, everything is still running there on Twitch. Seems good. What to do? Fili is gonna defend against Bert. The defending player raises threat by 2. That's tough. And he dies. I want to keep my dwarfs, but I can't really use Bilbo, so there goes the Hammersmith. It's -1 defense. That's not gonna make a difference. And the Battlemaster is gonna swing in at Tom for 1 for him, 2, 3, 4 for the allies, and 5 for Dáin for 3 damage. Discard this card as well. And let's refresh. Another Steward of Gondor. Not quite what I was hoping to get. Quest-wise, I need to send at least 7. Not sure if Bifur got the resource when I started the turn. I don't think so. Probably because I locked him. So I'll send 3 to the quest. 5. And I've got those 2 to defend, I guess. But then William is coming down, so I need 3 defenders. Oh, this is not looking good. Send 5. And reveal a card. Reveal a random card from the counter discard pile. I'm pretty sure I don't want any of those. Although I wouldn't mind the attachment ones. I don't have any really useful attachments at the moment. But if the first card, no campfires, is revealed, at this point I'm gonna get engaged anyway, so 4 threat isn't a big deal, so I think I'll let it go. So random number between 1 and 2. It's 2. Perfect. So discard, which I used to hate, in my case doesn't do much. Discard all non-treasure, non-objective attachments. Here goes the Steward of Gondor, which I have another copy in my hand and a bunch of resources anyways. I think I forgot to reshuffle the Murder of Crows in the deck when I killed it earlier, but because of the quest effect it didn't matter, I guess. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 against 5, so I raise my threat by 4. I get engaged by William, which has the sack 2 force ability. Touch the character with the highest printed attack. All of them are pretty terrible at attack anyways. So I'll put it on the Zigil Miner. And the second sack card, highest printed hit points. That would go on Oin. So I lock all of those guys. Shadow card, shadow card, shadow card. I forgot to raise my threat by 1 for those two to keep them in the staging area, so that would have been 44. Sorry for that. And now is gonna hurt. So I'll defend with Bilbo here using the ring. Exhaust to defend an attack. Exhaust the magic ring and raise your threat by 3 to cancel the damage. At this point I don't really have a choice. I'll die by threat or otherwise, no matter how this turns out it seems. The Hammersmith is gonna take this one. He's dead. And quite honestly, I'm willing to sacrifice Bifur at this point, so I'll take it undefended. Bifur is dead. This gets reshuffled into the sack deck. And the Erebor Battlemaster is gonna swing in for 1 for himself, 2, 3 for the allies, 4 for Dáin for 2 damage. And it would be silly to raise my threat for all of these trolls, so I will not and die from questing rather than combat phase. For 1 more turn of living. So, whoops. 2 resources for a Steward of Gondor for what difference it makes. And I'll quest for 1 with Bilbo. Choosing this right character with a sack card attached, then return that sack card to the top of the sack deck and sack 1. Okay, well, no matter how this turns out, there's way too much threat in the staging area for me to deal with. I'm over 50 and I'm dead. So let's reset and move on to the next quest. Without the treasures that I could have gotten if I had cleared the troll cave. There's a magical ring. Nightmare. Quest number 2, you are playing Nightmare Mode when resolving the when reveal effect of stage 3B, so let's move on to that when it's of any relevance whatsoever. Shuffle the Misty Mountains Grim Western Lands encounter into the encounter deck and make it the active encounter deck, then shuffle the... okay. So that's all done automatically by Octagon. So there's my special one. Okay, each player may search his deck for a treasure card. I have none. And add it to his hand, then shuffle the deck. Advance to stage 2A. That was exciting. At least I survived the first stage. Search the encounter deck for 1 copy of Stone Jar added to staging area already done. Then shuffle the encounter deck, reveal 1 card per player. Oh well, bugger. That's not good. Do I want to keep this hand? It's pretty decent, I guess. I'll keep it. So I'll need a lot of questing because I cannot afford to get engaged by one of those guys. So I'll spend 1 for a record keeper. And quest for 3, 6, 8, 9. Reveal the top card in the encounter discard pile and add it to the staging area. Joke's on you, stupid crow. So 9 against 9. I'll engage him. Take it undefended. If the attack deals at least 1 damage, shuffle discard back in the encounter deck. Fine. So this gets shuffled back. And Dáin is gonna swing in for 2 and kill it. And let's move on to the next turn. 4. So my leadership resources are yeah, are better spent for King Under the Mountain, which I'll attach to Dáin, I guess. And I'll exhaust it to look at the top 2. Gandalf and Erebor Hammersmith. I'm not really high on cash right now, so Gandalf's gonna go into the discard pile. I'll see you later. I'll use Bifur's ability to steal a resource from Bilbo. And I'll spend 2 resources from Bifur to play the Prospector. I removed the hidden cash from this deck, so his ability is really not that useful right now. But if I play the Hammersmith later, I could fetch an attachment that would have been discarded otherwise, so I think I'll risk it. So I'll discard top 3 cards. Wonderful. And I'll shuffle back either Gandalf or one of those 3 in there. I'll shuffle back the Hammersmith, I guess, and discard those. And now is a good time for a very good tale. which I need to shuffle the deck, reveal the top 5 cards, and I'll put down a miner. And now I don't think it's really worth risking the miner. I need to quest, so 2, 5, 8, 9 again. Let me know if you guys follow, if I need to slow down or stop on the cards for longer. I'm used to playing solo on Octagon quite a bit, so I play at my own pace, but maybe I need to slow down as it's not as obvious to people listening from a third-person perspective. Okay, first card reveal, Galloping Boulders, which, unless I'm mistaken, gains Surge because of those little buggers. First player chooses a questing character. That character takes 3 damage and is removed from the quest. Well, that's going to be the miner, for sure. And I'll move on to the next card. Narrow Ledge. Each player cannot commit more than 3 characters to the quest. Well, that is a problem. That is a problem. So 7 against 12. Raises my threat to 32. And I need to move here. I can't do otherwise. And next turn. King Under the Mountain. I will draw. Bofur. I don't have enough dwarfs yet to warrant the Battlemaster, I think. So I'll play... I've got a chance here to play Bofur for really cheap. Because if I exhaust him to the quest during the quest phase by using the action, he could stay in play potentially. Do I want to do that? Nah, I'll just play him old style. I'll take a resource from Bilbo with Bifur and then spend 2 for the Hammersmith, which is gonna get me the Steward of Gondor. I discarded earlier, but I didn't plan on discarding the Legacy of Durin, which ruins my plans. That was poor timing. Ugh. And then I'll exhaust those 2 to play a very good tail for a value of 5. I'll put down this guy and this guy. So when the Hammersmith gets in play, I'll look for the top attachment. So maybe this time I'll get my Steward of Gondor. Yes, I do. So he's swinging for 7 right now. Oh man, those stone giants are tough. Okay, let's just quest and get through this narrow ledge. 3, 6, Yeah, no more than 3 characters. I should have kept Bofur. 8. Discard all Bilbo resources. I'm fine with that. That's actually kind of lame. So I come down 8 against 8. And I'll have to engage one of those guys if I want to go anywhere. After you engage other player, that player chooses and discard an ally he controls. How's the stream going here? On you, stupid crow. So 9 against 9. Is there some lag in the stream there? I'll engage him, take it undefended. If the attack deals at least 1 damage, a full discard. What's going on? I feel like I might be lagging more than 15 seconds here. And let's move on to the next turn. 4. What's going on? So my leadership resources are yeah, are better spent. Okay, I seem like the Twitch stream is lagging behind quite a bit. So where was I at? I need to discard an ally, so I'll discard the Prospector. Then he's gonna attack, and I'll defend with, I guess, Dáin. We'll put it on top of the encounter deck. It's gonna take 3 damage. I can't remember if I passed a resource to Bifur. I probably did. Yeah, I did. This is annoying me, that whole lag thing. Am I really like 20 minutes behind? For one of those 3 in there. Oh boy. I'll shuffle back the Hammersmith. Yes. Well, sorry for the lag, guys. It's my internet. I guess it's good enough for me to stream to one of the other co-hosts and then have him stream the whole IDEF thing on his side. Because then I only have to deal with the Skype upload rather than the full 1080p or 720p. So yeah, since this is not working out as well as I hoped after this quest right here, I think I'll call it a night. So attacking back, he's attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with those allies, and then the Hammersmith for another 1, and then Bilbo for another 1. And I'll refresh. So I drew Dwalin. I'll use King Under the Mountain. Will of the West, I'm not too worried about that yet. I'll spend 2 resources for Steward of Gondor on Bifur? No, on Dáin. So I get 2 resources back. I'll spend 1 for Dwalin. Steal a resource from Bilbo, put it on Bifur, spend 1 for the Legacy of Dori first before playing Dwalin, which makes me draw a card. And that is it. So I still can only send 3 characters, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's get across this location. So reduced by 6, and Bofur takes 3 damage and dies, and this surges because of the Stone Giant. Dim Valley. That's a nasty location. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So I raise my threat by 1. And I make no progress, which is not good. Not good at all. So that Stone Giant attacks again for 6. So one of those Hammersmiths is gonna take it. I raise my threat by 2 because of the shadow effect. Whoops. Okay, well, whichever way. One of those guys dead in any case. And then I counterattack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Minus 3 is 8. He is dead. So I'm being told there's 2-minute or more delay. For me, it seems like it's way more than that. The Legacy of Dori, which ruins my plans. Okay, so as I'm typing, it's looking like the lag is causing some problem. I'll have to let the other co-host close the streaming until my internet gets upgraded. Okay, so I'll keep going as it is, but it's going to be a shorter one than expected. Steward of Gondor. I'll draw Kili and this guy. I'll spend 3 to add Gloin, and because I have 5 Dwarfs, I'll add 2 resources to Oin, which I'll then use to pay for Kili, which lets me get Fili. All the sneak attacks at the bottom, that's kind of funny. Where the flip is Fili? Oh, I got him discarded, oh well. So after playing those two, those are both dwarf characters, so I draw 2 cards. And let's pay 2 for hardy leadership, you never know. And since this is still there, the best I can do is 9. Choose the one so at the end of the quest phase to engage the player with the highest threat. Okay, I was gonna do that anyways. Joke's on you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So disengages me, I need to discard an ally, so there it is. Let's throw Kili under the bus. No shadow effect, he's dead. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which is 1 short of killing him. That's kind of annoying. And let's refresh. King under the mountain. Oh, this is not looking good despite the fact that I'm starting to get control of this game. Stretch goal to get Jared back, that's funny. Move him to Australia. Makes me think of Total Recall, well, the most recent version with the kind of subway through the crust of the earth to connect UK and Australia. That's what we need, but I guess to North America this time. Kind of crooked, not against the core, which is probably not a bad idea to avoid the right center. Oh, wait a second, I need to pay for stuff. I'll exhaust. Those 2. To add 2 resources there and draw a card. Spend 3 for one of those guys and draw a card. Spend 2 for one of these guys. I'll use Bifur's ability to throw our resource on Bifur and go on questing for 3, 6, 9 again. Oh, I forgot the forced effect on this dim valley for a few turns. Let's say for 3 turns, more or less. Ugh. 6, 7, 8, 9. Finally, I'll spend a resource and exhaust him to put 5 progress. Combat. The miner is gonna defend and die, and those two are gonna swing in and kill him for sure. Next turn. This triggers, so random discard. Let's draw this one, discard this sneak attack. Put this guy down but not trigger his effect. Gets me to draw a card. I'll take a resource from Dáin, put it on Bifur. Spend 2 for Narvi's belt. And exhaust it to give spirit. Play this guy and draw a card. And spend 2 to put this guy down and draw a card. I'll exhaust Bilbo and spend 1 to put 5 progress here. And I'll quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. X number of players in the game. So 17 minus 10 is 7. And I'll travel here, so at the end of the round it's gonna remove 1 progress from the quest. And I'll trigger this turn. I'm running low on cards, so I'll pay 1 for this guy and draw a card. I'll exhaust 0 characters and draw a card. And I'll pass a resource to Bifur for no apparent reason. And I'll send 3. Yeah, so... yeah. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Reveal the top card of the encounter discard pile. What is it? None of this crap. I'll spend a resource and use a test of will. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, I guess if the location comes back, it's not that big of a deal after all. So it would only remove 3 progress there, which wouldn't cost me anything. So this is cleared, and I pass on to the next stage. All cards bind to the encounter set it aside inactive. So I'll just discard this and swap with the encounter deck. I'll get the goblin. Reveal no more than X resources may be spent from Bilbo Baggins. No more than one resource may be spent. So I'll spend, one resource to reduce it to 2 cards. For 2 front porches. Okay, so I'll go here. He comes down, whether I want it or not. And attacks for 5, so I'll throw in the miner. Discard top card in the encounter deck if it's a... no, it's not. Exhaust the character he controls, fine. So this guy's dead. So he's saying delay should be around 30 seconds, and that's what I set it to. But while I'm looking at the stream right here, it looks like, I mean, I've got 9:36 here, and that is 9:13. Yeah, that's a shame. Sorry, guys. I can't attack him because of this. Cannot attack goblin enemies. So let's go to the next stage. I'll spend 2 for him and draw my last card. And I'll exhaust Steward of Gondor, spend 1 in Narvi's belt for another one of those guys. I'm missing 1 front porch. What happened to it? I think I discarded it by mistake. One, two, three, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's overkill. 15. Even that's overkill, but whatever. 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 3. Okay. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll go there. I'll defend with this guy. When he attacks, I look at the top card. So this guy is added. I exhaust a character I control. Fine. And this guy attacks. Nothing. 3 attacks to defense, 1 wound. So this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 of them kills the Great Goblin and 1 of them kills this guy. And then I'll just quest like crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23. Four, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I make 13. And next turn, I'll just quest with the same, with the team again. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And I'll keep this guy just in case of an enemy or some surprise. Choose a location in staging out with the title in there and make it the active location. Okay. So I'll choose this one. So 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I make another 11 and win. Okay, sorry for the lag, guys. If you toughed it through, congrats. I hope once it's on YouTube, it looks a lot smoother. I hope it recorded on my hard drive as I was playing it, and it should be a more pleasant experience to follow. And hopefully next week we can get some other guys from the podcast along to play the Road Darkens. I'm sure most of you are itching for it. So I'll see you then. Thanks, see ya.